Blog Talk Radio.
Okay, everybody, welcome to Morris Talk Live 100. I am your host, Tarhaka Amana L. Bay. And today, we have a special guest that will be coming in. She just texted me and said she's running a little late. But anyway, we're going to be dealing with Raschama on the Perfect Nail and Technology School. She's creating her own school. And we want to discuss that with her so we can find out the ins and outs. Well, how do you go about doing that? I mean, because the way I see it is in the city where I live, right here in Florida, we got all of these people that come from other countries in our community selling, making money off of us, doing their nails, doing their hair, and all of this stuff. And the way I see it is our community, we should be doing that. They can go out in their own community someplace else or go back to their country and do the nails of their people over there. The restaurants, the convenience stores, every store you go in and somebody in your community come from someplace else. Restaurants, we have Chinese restaurants, Japanese restaurants, we have Mongolian restaurants, Mexican restaurants, all these things in our neighborhood. We got bars, liquor stores, and it's amazing to me because we have laws, don't drive and drink or you'll be ticketed and arrested for driving and drinking, but they will allow the foreigners to put up liquor stores in your community, and you have to drive to the liquor store, drive through the drive-thru to get the liquor in the car in the first place, but they're never ticketed for selling you the liquor. Isn't that amazing? Fantastic. Nevertheless, we're going to get on with the business. Let me run this commercial, and we'll get back to this other kind of business. Y'all hold on a minute.
Cure Spiritual Care was created to unlock the God and the Goddess that's within you. What is it that you want out of this life? You're the creator. All you need to do is think about it. Visualize the life that you want. Speak about it as though it's already existed. When you're in the tub or the shower, let that water flow on you. Manipulate it and tell it exactly what you want. Move in action, write it down, and watch it create. Believe in yourself. Believe in the power that's within you. Believe in the God that's within you. That's what these products will do. Rejuvenate your body cells and rejuvenate your spirit. Log on to the website or social media platforms. Learn more about the power of water and how to unlock the power that's within you. Peace, love, and knowledge. Cure Spiritual Care.
Okay, everybody, we back. Now, I want to make an announcement. This is coming Saturday night. Let's see. Hold on one second, y'all. That will have to be on the 16th. We're going to be hosting a broadcast 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my network on Blog Talk Radio. We're going to be interviewing my brother, illustrious brother Wayne Chandler, author of Ancient Future, and we're going to get down into some information. I haven't put the show out yet, but we are going to be doing that. I got to get the stuff off the plate that I have now so we can get that done. I'm going to run one more commercial. It appears that my guest is in the queue, and I'm opening up the phone line so they can get in. So y'all sit tight for 1 minute. Let me run this commercial, and then we'll be off and running. Hi, I'm Tarhaka,
You know, there's a difference between what you believe and what you know for a fact and can prove. I live in the private and can prove it. I've exercised my freedom of right to travel and can prove it. I don't have a mortgage and can prove it. And much, much more. And so does many other people across this country and abroad who are secured party and creditors living in the private. Debt is a burden. It causes people a hard time in life. They can't live live in peace fast enough. Contact me at tarhakadebtelimination.org. You can call me and I'll answer the phone. Leave your email information on my website and get my free report. That's tarhakadebtelimination.org. Get out of debt. It's nothing but a burden. You can't move forward with that. That's a bunch of junk. All right, everybody, we're back. I'm going to open up the phone lines. Area code 904. Raschama, are you with me?
I'm with you. Grand Rising.
Grand Rising, sister. Okay, I'm glad to have you in here. And you was creating a nail school. You didn't say a nail shop where you can just come and get your nails done. You were talking about an institution and a school. You want to tell the listening audience a little bit about yourself and tell us about this school?
Well, yes. Thank you. So it's called Perfect 10 Nail and Technology School Incorporated, and it's located in Jacksonville, Florida. We get a lot of students that come from other states and surrounding cities because we have the lowest tuition for the shortest program with hands-on training. And it's a pretty much one-stop shop. So we do everything from the learning, the back information. A lot of people think that coming into nails is just about YouTube on steroids, where it's about nail art. But they get to find out that they're very important. It's very holistic. They're like a first responder, so they learned a lot of medical information, anatomy, physiology, chemistry, psychology, sociology, and business skills as well, too. So they learned how to be an entrepreneur and learn how to manage a salon and even open up their own salon, and they write business plans. So it's a very comprehensive program. We move forward to the hands-on training, so it doesn't matter what level they are on. Our classes are mixed with people that are beginners, that people that just fool around, and people that have been self-taught, and they're just looking to get their license. And so we do the hands-on training. I do the 3 M's, the milk, mashed potatoes, and meat. So it is enough information where it does not confuse our newbies and does not bore our more advanced students. After the hands-on training, we move towards certification for licensing, certification to certify them as a nail specialist. We help them build their platform with the state in order to apply for their license. And when they walk out of our doors, the only thing that they're waiting on is for the state to email them their license for them to download and print, attach a passport photo onto them and start working their passion and their career. We even have job placement resources as well, too. So on our Facebook page, we have a group called Feed Supply Chain, and that's where they can apply for opportunities or salon suites. There are people that are looking for nail techs for booth rent, commission, and so forth. And we did open up a salon for externship opportunities to engage with real clients and get a salon experience and practice managerial skills to see what they're really getting into and the type of personalities that they're inviting into their homes, their salon suites, and opportunity to work there if they want the opportunity. So that is the in a nutshell of what we provide.
Okay. Well, now, so if my daughter or my granddaughter wanted to take advantage of your opportunity, what is the first thing they'll have to do?
Well, the first thing you need to do is go to our website, which is www.perfect10nailschool.com, and the 10 is the number 10, and you would review our website. So for those people who don't like to read, or we do have videos that will tell you what's on the website. Our website does transcribe into different languages from the drop-down menu, so all you have to do is just select that option in the top left corner. We also have very simple pages, a home page, a registration page, a shop page, and a more info page. And on the home page, it'll give you all of the requirements. You just need to be 16 years of age or older. If you're younger than 16, you need to be emancipated or have already received your high school diploma or your GED. If you are 16 years of age or older, we have waived the requirements for a high school diploma or GED. We feel as if just because school has not worked out for you, I call it the public school system has not worked out for you. That doesn't dictate if or not you should be an entrepreneur or not. We wanted to take the chains off of people, and especially certain demographics, especially when we're understanding how the school system works, that bar people into getting into certain economic opportunities, that you can still be an entrepreneur, and you can still be self-employed if so you don't have to have a high school diploma or GED. We want you to show competence. A lot of people just want you to tell them the answer to everything and have no due diligence. So part of the requirements is that you show competencies, because if you can't have the patience with yourself in order to read through our website, review the information, to research the answers for the questions you have, articulate your questions through our chat or our contact us form, the patience to wait for a response, then if you don't have patience with yourself, then how would you expect me to have patience with you? Because that kind of behavior is going to bleed over into the program, and it'll cause a disturbance. So we try to weed out certain type of people so we can have quality people that won't disturb our program and hold others behind. And also the program in the theory portion, that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be doing a lot of reading. You're going to be doing a lot of researching. You're going to be do a lot of communicating. So if you can't pass that part, you're searching for the information that you need, then I know you're not going to be successful in the theory portion, and we most definitely wouldn't want to set you up for failure. So after you read the information, you answer the questions that you have, then you will find that our site is very transparent. I like to be upfront and transparent to provide you with all the information that you need up front to make an informed decision up front. So basically, when you do contact us, if you have a little bit of confusion or you just need a little clarity, then, we can engage in that and answer those questions either through the chat, which should elicit you to go ahead and register for the program and pay your non-refundable $150 consultation registration fee. Consultation is where you can have a one-on-one and you can ask all of the detailed questions you may have about special needs or specifics. And when you do register, just check your email. If you don't see it in your inbox, check your spam. iPhone users most definitely need to make sure that they have enough room in their mailbox, that it's not full or near full, so that they can be able to get the email that will give them a coupon code for a tuition adjustment of $901, and it will send them their application for enrollment to fill out electronically, and it will also send them an admissions quiz that they need to take that is based on finding out what their learning styles are, if they're auditory, if they're tactical, if they are a visual student, so that we can see how best to communicate with that student, and that student can learn something about themselves, how best they learn as well too. And then a video that they should watch 10 minutes prior to their meeting that they schedule. We don't take walk-ins, so you most definitely need to take the opportunity to answer your questions through the website. And if you happen to walk in, then be prepared to book your registration fee in person. And after you register and you fill out your application, then the next thing that you're going to expect is for you to show up at your appointed time. And if you need and you can go to our shop page and pay for your tuition in full. If you need payment plans, then you can still go to our shop page and choose a firm for a payment plan option. If you don't qualify for that, send us a screenshot through our chat, and then I'll send you an invoice, and on that invoice will be Afterpay. And if you don't qualify for that, then we can discuss about other further options. But our only classes that we have left is this class coming up this September 16th, and we have another class October 28th. That will be our last class for this year. So jump in and jump aboard. I only have 24 slots available for you to be able to get hands-on training, certification, and licensing in our program. And our program is only, we have a day and night course. Our day is our fast-track 4-week program, and our night is a 6-week program. So as you see, that's why we're very popular, because we have the shortest program with the hands-on training for the least amount of tuition with, all of those amenities that we offer.
Okay, fantastic. Now you say the you got 2 dates for intakes, and could you give us those dates again?
There is September 16th, which is this Saturday, and the other date is October 28th.
Okay. On those 2 days, you're ready for people to come in and sign up, and so they can learn these skills and stuff. And we got to get back in more depth with this right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little quick break, and we'll be right on back. Okay? Hold on a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all hold on a minute. We're dealing with Raschama and her system. So we'll be right back. back with our special guest, Raschama, and she is going to fill in any more details. Raschama, you still with me?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, fantastic. Now, you done gave us all the ins and outs of your school, and I think that's the most fantastic thing in the world. I mean, it seems to me that these children can come in there and get top-notch professional training on how to do the nails and the hair and all of this other kind of stuff, and then they get a little bit more. Now, besides the actual hands-on, because I know you was talking about reading, writing, and arithmetic, could you go over that last part one more time about them being able to learn like other things? What other things would they learn?
Well, we don't do hair. We just strictly do nails. And so I wanted to touch on that in specific because it's a specialty. I have had issues with the Department of Education asking me why I don't have any other programs like hair and why I am targeting this industry. And I just feel as if it is important that we have diversity in a building going on trillion-dollar industry that we don't have any presence in as far as colored people on the other side of the table. We're on the service end, but we're not on the servicing end. And I wanted to be able to make a difference between that because, yes, we are known for and predominantly dominate that area in hair, but not in nails. And our program, it does teach you a lot about, let's say, anatomy. So you have to learn about the muscles, the bones, every system of the body, the circulatory, respiratory, nervous system, and things of that nature. You learn about the development of cells and how cells split. You learn about chemistry, about combustions and emollients and how chemicals will react and need to be stored and disposed of. You learn about tools and implements as well, about what's safe and what's not on a high-risk client, people that have diabetes, high blood pressure, pregnancies, on medications. You learn about diseases, all kinds of diseases, because we learn about bacteria, viruses, and fungi. And so you have to learn about how they grow and how they, and their modes of motility and how to stop cross-contamination. So it's a lot going into the medical field about it. You learn about, you learn life skills. Conflict and resolution, critical thinking skills, how to apply those, listening skills, reflective listening skills, for example. You learn communication skills, how to deal with clients and how to give consultations so that you can best service the clients as well, too. And, of course, a lot of business skills, as I mentioned before, about writing business plans, really the financials, about projections, profit and loss, budgeting, performers, writing those different statements as well, too. How to start your business and the things that you need all the way down to a municipal, all the way to a state level. You learned about the things that restrict you, like ethics. You have to have good ethics. And you learn about state and federal laws that if you violate them, the penalties are anywhere from a $500 fine all the way up to a $10,000 fine and 5 years in federal prison for doing things that are just common that other salons do. So we teach them a lot of salons, they keep up with fashion, but they don't keep up with the law. And you'll be monkey see, monkey do, falling behind somebody else because they say, we've been doing this for years. And then here you is, you're working on a secret shopper, and it's just your luck, and they're from state board, and they're coming in to do an inspection in plain clothes, getting services done, and you do something wrong and adverse as far as your training is concerned, and then you're the one that's hit with the fines and the jail time. which can be and or a combination. For some of the simple things that people do on an everyday basis that they don't know any better, and clients even request it and demand it because it's so it's common. So we do really educate them on the back information that YouTube won't teach you in this program. And it's a lot to it. Some of the most memorable students that I had one student that came in because during COVID, we dropped our tuition down. Our tuition is $2,500, but we dropped it to I think it was maybe about under $1,000, so that we could be able to help people out during COVID with the stimulus that they were giving people to live off of during that time frame when so many people were losing their jobs in order to be able to promote, to stimulate the economy, but those people that want to take that money and make it an investment to stimulate their future. And so we dropped the tuition down to help people become entrepreneurs, and they thought that because the program was so cheap that it was going to be a cheap, simple education. And one lady, she said, for the amount of money that I paid, I didn't know I was going to work so hard for it. And another one said, I'm confused what I'm going to school for. I didn't know I signed up to go to David Harvard University. And another lady, she was like, I don't even know what I'm going to school for. I don't know if I'm going to be a doctor or an accountant or a nail tech, because you learn so much. But you know what? It comes from this passionate program comes from a passionate heart, which is mine. And you have to know that when you love self and you love people, it starts with educating and being knowledgeable about the ins and outs of things and wanting to help people. And so that is what this program does. You know, it was important for me to go into the nail industry because a lot of our people that for years have been going to, predominantly own Asian nail salons. They get the job done fast. They get the job done cheap. But these days, since, inflation, it's not cheap no more. But they have a high risk of infections and death. And so those are the horror stories. And the people that are most infected is the people who are paying into those services. So you have 97% of the customer base in the nail industry are African American. 97%, but they populate less than 2% of 1% of the diversity of other nationalities that are working in the industry. So you got 97% of the population, that the customer base that are paying into this billion, now hitting $1 trillion industry is African American. And they have the highest rate of infections and death. And so a lot of doctors, if you may have heard or your doctor may have told you, don't go to the nail salons and go get no pedicures done because you'll get a fungus or you'll get an infection or worse, especially if that person is elderly or high risk. And that is because there is a high rate of infection control. There are problems with people purchasing and buying their licenses, and it's not just restricted to Asians. There's black people that are in the industry now. They buy their licenses. They don't know what they're doing. They just know how to do the service as far as the end service, to make it, slap some polish on, make it look good. But the medical portion of it, they're not knowledgeable about it, and so they're hurting a lot of people. And the state is going around and they're doing a lot of investigations for fraud, for purchasing licensing. And once they find it linking to one school, then it puts everybody under investigation in order for them to be susceptible to getting their license revoked and have to prove that they are competent and that they actually earned it and didn't just purchase it. So that was the reason why I wanted to open up a nail school. Our goal is to create competent nail tech, because there's so much incompetency out here. And so the program is packed with a lot of information in a short period of time. The state used to require the hours to be 240 hours. Now they dropped it down under governor mandate to 180 hours. So you can get it done fairly fast, but in that time frame, it's going to be the hardest certification that you've ever worked for.
Well, all right. That's, whoo, boy, you really got something going on there. Based on what I'm hearing from you, that seems to me to be the best investment that a parent can do for their child. It seems to me like they come to your school, they just got a scholarship. They're in college. That's the way it seems to me. You want to tell us how we can get a hold of you again? And then I want you to tell us, because you were telling me something about identity theft the last time I talked to you. Tell us how we can get a hold of you, and then we can go into that.
Most definitely. So it's very important that you stay on our website. Stay on our website, perfect10nailschool.com. That's the word perfect, P-E-R-F-E-C-T, the number 10, 10, nail, just singular, N-A-I-L, school, S-C-H-O-O-L. So perfect10nailschool.com. And once you go on our website, you utilize the Contact Us form and only the phone numbers that are on our website. If you see any phone numbers, emails, any other diversion to any other places in any of their online platforms or social networks, refer back to our website. Yes, we have been a victim of a business identity theft. Recently, I did a post where our Instagram page was hacked, and inside of the bio, the more info, I found a phone number and an email address in there that did not belong to the school. And so I screenshot it, I reported it to Instagram and corrected the information. And I was wondering why the tuition was pretty low the first quarter going into the second quarter of the program, which was very odd. And so there is a statement that is on the About Us page on the homepage that lets you know the names that we have caught so far of the, not the individual, but of the names of the companies that are posing to be us or affiliated with us that are doing these things. They're going to the extent of they've been to the extent of taking pictures of the inside of their facility and posting those pictures with the address, website, phone number, corporate phone number without the extension, because, if you don't dial an extension, then it'll just keep you in loop in the auto attendant. So, people will be frustrated with that, and then they'll just try to go to the next number, which is that person's number for them to call. And so, they do things like that. They even went to the extent of going into Sunbiz and opening up a fictitious name using our website and putting an S at the end. Just one little letter to switch up the whole thing, and people, they're not paying attention to those specifics. They just see Perfect 10 Nail Schools, and they think it's Perfect 10 Nail School, and they go there in person, they see those credentials, they may question why I'm over here and not over there, and I've heard that they said that, it's because it's a second location, it's a branch or a partner or something like that. And unbeknownst to me, I have no idea of the location or the activities that's going over there. None of the specifics of who, what, when, where, how much, nothing, getting nothing of it. And we even had the state to come in on us on an investigation for complaints that were arising out of things that were going on at that location, and that's how I found out. And I had to investigate the situation and report it to DBPR, and they launched a fraud investigation. And that was when it was against the school as well, too. So most definitely read the About Us on our website for more info. And if you see any activity where there is or there seems to be an issue where that institution, that company, or that person is posing to be us or affiliated with us in any form or fashion on any other social medias than our official pages. Our Instagram page will have the images of our site. I just updated our website, but it's like fingernail polish is our icon. Our Facebook has a black T-shirt that says Perfect 10 Nail and Technology School on it, and our TikTok has I need to go to our TikTok and see what our icon looks like. But the every one of them is a Perfect 10 Nail School as far as the hyperlink that takes you to our social media page. Our TikTok is Perfect 10 Nail Tech School. So if you don't see Perfect 10 Nail Tech School on TikTok and on our Facebook and our Instagram is Perfect 10 Nail School, it's not us. So make sure that you report that. You know, it's being fraud, it's abuse, if they are posting anything that is related to our institution.
Okay, all right. So now, me personally, you know, I know you personally. So if I knew of someone, I tried to send someone to you, and they went over there to the fake joint. All they got to do is walk in there and ask them, is this Raschama's place? Could you tell me about your trust and private and public, private versus public, contract law? Tell us a little bit about that so they'll know the difference of who they're talking to and who they ain't.
Yeah, yes, sir. Well, of course, with the nail school, you know, that's going to be just strictly with, you know, with the Perfect 10 Nail and Technology School. But if they do ask for me, I'm not available because I am teaching from like 9 to 3 and then 5:30 to 9:30, and I'm in registration appointments that people are paid their $150 non-refundable consultation between 3 and 5. So, you know, I do have a strict no walk-in policy. So when they come to the front desk, the person is going to direct them to book in person their appointment, and they're going to come back and return. Unless I got some free time, they're still going to book, and then I'll see them. But this program gives you the opportunity to operate in the private. You know, I tell all of my students, you know, there's different levels. You know, like there's different layers to the sandwich of life, commerce. And I tell my students that, you know, this gives you the ability to dictate your self-worth and being. No one hires you, no one fires you. You have to have that type of control over your life. And when you're transitioning from W-2 to 1099 to those to that self-employment, it reminds me of Robert Kiyosaki and his cash flow quadrant, where he has like this plus sign, and then you have people over here, they're W-2s, and they're in the system, and they don't know how the world and how commerce really works, and they are operating in the public, and you have all of these organizations that are taking money out of their check to manage their affairs. The Social Security Administration is setting up their retirement account, and the IRS is setting up is collecting the fees, the usury fees, and then basically, you know, for the taxes to pay off, other estates that you belong to when you have not freed yourself from the corporate entity, the all caps name. Because, you know, when we were in school, we were taught that everything in capital letters is a company, a corporation, and that's how it appears on all of our documents, you know, our driver's license and our court documents and things of that nature. And so then the next box is the 1099, and that gives you a little leeway in order for you to work the business by yourself independently. And then the next box is but no one touches your money before you touches it. So you get gross income, and then you have the ability to work with corporations. And then the next box is investors. And the investors are the one who funds everybody, even the corporations. So you've heard about corporations getting bailouts and things like that. So you have private lenders, and you have private, that's why they call it private lenders, because you have people that are in the private that have funding that they pull together in different manners, like hedge funds and things of that nature. And so you have the ability to work for yourself, but I teach my students that if you get sick or you get hurt, or you want to take a vacation, when you stop working, your money stops working. Make them think bigger, make them think outside of the box. And that's the way I kind of introduce them to the public and the private, with the difference between the two. Some of them have heard, some of them have not. Some of them, I throw little nuggets out there and see if they'll catch it. So at our school, you're going to get much more than what you bargain, and, I just move by the Spirit, and I speak to the class according to the energy that is in the room. And then some people come and talk to me one-on-one about it. But you want to be able to have the ability to think outside of the box and create residual income and let your money work for you while you're sleeping. So I teach them, okay, even if you go to booth rental, you should have an assistant, someone that is working for you that you're paying a commission to off of all of your clients to keep the business going, to make the business work faster. If you have an assistant, they can prep clients and they can finish off clients and while you're doing the main service, and you can take in more clients faster. Taking in more clients equal more income. Then when you're off and you're not there, then they are trained and they are able enough to run the business when you're not there. So you don't even have to work full time. And then that kind of opens up the gap and bridges them to thinking even larger about booth rental versus running a salon where you're renting out booths, or you have people working for you on a commission basis, and how to make your income duplicate that way. And with doing so, that gives them an opportunity, since they are already 1099, which means that they don't have any taxation, and they just zero everything out on the back end. That starts them on a path through economics of introducing them to the public and private. And me, myself, being in the private world, we know anything that we do, it takes money. It takes money to learn. It takes, because if it didn't take money to learn, then you wouldn't have all these educational institutions, right? Paying, getting student aid and financial aid. And by the way, we're not accredited. And that's a question we get a lot. Being accredited means that I got a contract with Uncle Sam to tell me what to do and how to teach you. And if they don't like what I'm doing, they can cut off my accreditation and dangle my license over me. And there is so much that students need to know. And of course, accreditation does open it up for me to charge way more than what the $2,500 that I'm charging now. And we do give, like I said, coupons.
Well, Raschama, we come down to the end of the broadcast, and I certainly appreciate you being in here, dropping this information for us. But we've run out of time, and but you can tell us one more time that website so they can get there. One more time.
The www.perfect10nailschool.com, and if you do the social media, it's at Perfect 10 Nail School.
Okay, fantastic. Well, sisters, I certainly appreciate you being on. I'm going into commercials, and I'm going to mute your mic, and we're going to bring this thing to a close.
Do you have the products you need to take a spiritual bath by the next full moon? If not, place your order today with Cure's Spiritual Care. We provide you with high vibrational spiritual bath products from our sage, our Palo Santo sticks, our healing shea butter, organic soaps, our powerful spiritual water, and more. Call or text in your order today at 904-558-0079. 904-558-0079. And tell them God is K sent you. Or log on to your Instagram and search spiritual_care. Our email address is curecare9@gmail.com. Remember, our care is spelled with a K and not a C. Remember, Reflections, you are the creator of your reality. So let us help you create your heart desires.
Today in September 2023, the United States is bringing up the student loan thing again, just like I said they would in 2022. And a lot of people took no action back then. They advertised they would give you a loan to go to school, but you don't receive a check. But anyway, you go for it. The next thing you know, you get a bill in the mail for a loan they said they gave you. And guess what? It has interest attached to it. And as time goes on, it gets bigger and bigger because it was never meant to be paid off. It was designed for you to pay for the rest of your natural life. Get my free report. Go to tarhakadebtelimination.org. That's tarhakadebtelimination.org. Become a creditor instead of a debtor. Get into private. Get out of the public. Peace.